Hello, Luna High School scholars. Welcome to the Meet the Counselor presentation. I apologize for the delay. It has been a hectic school year. But I am going to provide you some information about myself and just what your school counselor does, and just some other helpful information that I think you guys could benefit from. And so, my name is Miss Gayton. I have a master's in social work, and I'm considered a licensed master's social worker. And so today, we're going to just talk about who I am, what I do. We're going to talk about some healthy coping skills for when you're experiencing difficult emotions, and a couple of other helpful topics. And so, who is your social counselor? As previously stated, my name is Miss Gayton. I am originally actually from Kingston, New York. I have been in Texas for about 10 years now. Um, and I've been working at Uplift for the past 3 years. Prior to this, I was the network counselor, so I kind of bounced around to different schools in the Uplift network and helped cover for other counselors who were out on maternity leave and just had other things going on and weren't able to be on campus. And this is my first year at Luna and my first year on a campus permanently, because as stated, I was kind of bouncing around to different schools. In my free time, I like to read, write, and spend time with my toddler. I have a very sassy 2 year old. If you've been to my office, you may have seen some of her pictures or heard me talk about her. And so, what I like most about my job, I love helping scholars feel good about themselves and just being a general support to you guys. I know that being a teenager can be really difficult, and sometimes you feel like you don't have anyone, a trusted adult to talk to. And so, I just truly enjoy being that person for you guys. So, what is my role? What exactly does your social counselor do? So, I know that a lot of you have started to come to me with like your schedule changes and things like that. Unfortunately, that is not the kind of counselor that I am. For those kind of concerns, you'll talk to your academic counselor. Um, but I am considered a social counselor, which means that I provide therapy. And so I'm an extra support to you guys while you're at school. And what that looks like a lot of times is providing individual counseling, which I've met with a bunch of you already, is where you come to my office. We just kind of talk about things that are going on. I help you problem solve, and I show you a lot of love. I also am responsible for some guidance lessons. Pre COVID, we did a lot of small groups. I don't anticipate doing them this year just because we want everyone to be as safe as possible. But we're going to dig a little deeper into what some of these things mean. And so, what individual counseling is like I stated, we talk one on one about any problems you have, anything that's going on, any like really big emotions. I know that as teenagers, you guys just have a lot of stressors. Some of you may work, some of you have a lot of responsibilities at home. I know school in itself is a stressor, especially this year after returning from during a pandemic. A lot of us were virtual last year, and so coming back to school has been definitely been a struggle for a lot of us. And so we can literally talk about anything that you need to talk about. I'll show you later how to refer yourself to see me and schedule an appointment with me. And then guidance lessons are lessons where I pop into your class and teach you some important things. So some of those topics are like bullying, sexual harassment, suicide prevention. So you'll see me a lot this year. I will be in your classrooms. You can meet with me individually. I'll be in the hallways. I do lunch duty. So you'll see me all around if you ever need anything. You can feel free to stop me and I'll tell you how you can refer yourself to me. If it's an emergency, we'll talk at that time. Um, and so I want to talk a little bit about the pandemic because we are still very much in the middle of a pandemic. And I know that that has been a lot for a lot of us. A lot of us have lost people. We have experienced a lot of mental health concerns with just anxiety and being around people again. And just being depressed. Like a lot has been going on over the past year and a half. And I want you guys to know that I am aware. And the adults on campus, we know that it's been rough for you guys. And we want to support you the best way we can. And so youth coping with depression has increased since the pandemic. Severe depression is more common now. I'm noticing a lot of anxiety. So it says approximately 4.4 million children aged 3 to 17 years old have been diagnosed with anxiety during the pandemic. And so I want to name these things because I know a lot of you have come to talk to me, and I want you to understand that you are not alone. Your struggles with mental health that have come about during this pandemic, you're not alone. Adults and children and teenagers alike are struggling right now. And so I want to encourage you to give yourself some grace and to be kind to yourself and practice a lot of self care. For those of you who don't know what self care looks like I just need a couple minutes to myself to take some deep breaths. Um, Eating healthy, drinking your water, making sure you're moving your body and being active, doing things that you like. So, finding hobbies and things that you're passionate about that are healthy. So, healthy options are like sports, art. So, if you're artistic or creative, doing those kind of things could also be very beneficial. And just do things that make you feel good and make you happy, but that are safe options. And so, this is just reiterating for individual counseling. And it says insert picture of counselor's office, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. So we're just going to skip that part. Sorry, guys. If you want to stop by and see my office, you feel free to stop by. And so some of the things that we talk about in individual counseling are worries at school or at home, bullying, like anxiety, stress. I know school is a stressor. So when classes are just overwhelming you or family stuff has got to be a lot. Those are some things we can talk about. Please, if you lost a lot, sorry guys, if you've lost a loved one and you're struggling, please refer yourself to me or tell a teacher so that they can refer to me. I know that losing loved ones is a very difficult thing and it's hard to process it alone. And so I want to be that support for those things, divorce or separation in your family, just any kind of family changes, friendships and relationships. I know you guys are at that stage where you're dating and there's friendship drama and all of those just big things that are going on that affect you. And then any other changes in your life that could be considered just difficult, right? So at your age, I'm sure that things are constantly changing every single day. And also in the middle of a pandemic, we don't know what's going to happen. Every day is different. Rules change all the time and things like that. And so if those things get overwhelming, please refer yourself to me. So some guidance lessons topics, it's going to go a little more in depth. Positive self concept or self esteem, just appropriate ways to behave, how to interact with others who are different than we are, effective and appropriate communication and conflict resolution skills. And so, how to resolve conflict in healthy ways. Healthy relationships are a big one, something that I'm actually extremely passionate about because I want to make sure that you guys are healthy. Relationship trauma is real, and so I want to make sure that you guys are choosing healthy partners and just being overall healthy. Wellness practices into daily living, resiliency, and positive coping skills. So we'll talk more about coping skills here in a bit. So, confidentiality. So, what you say to the counselor stays with the counselor. Unless, so a lot of you have already heard this, unless someone's hurting you, you want to hurt someone, you want to hurt yourself, or you give me permission to share with a trusted adult. So, most times I won't have to call home unless it's these three things. So, someone hurting you, you want to hurt someone, or you want to hurt yourself. In those instances, there is nothing that I can do about it. I have to contact your parents. And so that's to protect me and my license, but also because I want you guys at the end of the day, my main goal is to keep you guys safe. So I want to ensure your safety, whatever that looks like. You may get a little upset with me, and I hope that it doesn't last long. But at the end of the day, it wouldn't be okay if something happened to any of you because I truly do care about your well being. And so I want you guys to always be honest with me just because these are the situations that I would have to tell someone. I still want you to be honest about your feelings when things are going on. Um, that you just need some help with, and I'm going to do my best to help you whatever that looks like. Sometimes that's contacting parents, sometimes that's giving you some resources or some advice. Whatever that looks like, I want to help you guys. And so this is a safe space. So if you've been to my office, I've tried to make it as cozy and comfortable as possible. Sometimes the lights will be off in here, and there will be some like ocean sounds going and things like that. So I just really want it to be a comforting space for you where you can come to de-stress as needed. So how you refer yourself to me. So if you would like to schedule an appointment with me, this is my Calendly link. Please save it. I also have given your teachers a form that says, "Do you want to meet with a social counselor?" And it has a QR code on it. So you scan that code with your phone, and it'll send you to my link, and you can schedule an appointment there. I want to name that a lot of things happen on your campus. We are a very high needs school, and so sometimes if you schedule an appointment with me, I may need to say, hey, I can't meet at this time because this crisis has come up, but I'll get with you later. Sometimes later will be the next day. So just bear with me. I am doing the best that I can. And I want to make sure that I meet with you. Okay. And so schedule through Calendly. The only time I don't want you to schedule through Calendly is if it's a crisis. So a crisis is you want to hurt yourself, somebody's hurting you, or you want to hurt someone. In those instances, please talk to a teacher so they can connect you with me as soon as possible. But other than that, go ahead and schedule an appointment on Calendly. There will be QR code forms all over. I'm actually about to put one outside of my door as well so that you can come by and scan. Please take your online attendance and scan as needed. Sorry, guys, it was just the announcement. Come by and scan as needed. And then I look forward to meeting with you guys. Do not forget, if it's a crisis, do not schedule on Calendly. Talk to a teacher, a dean, whoever the closest adult to you so that they can get you connected with me. If you see me yourself, say, hey, Miss G, I really need to talk to you. It's an emergency. And I'll make sure that I make that time and space to do so. So coping skills. If you've seen me, you know that I am big on coping skills. Coping skills are my jam. So coping skills are something you can do silently and independently. They're also something that you can do. There are different coping skills for different settings. Kind of like there's different behaviors for different settings. And so coping skills, I want you guys to think about coping skills you can use in class in a respectful way, and then coping skills you can use at home, coping skills you can use in public. So if you're out with friends and get anxious or upset, there are just a whole bunch of different coping skills. So I want to take a second and let you guys kind of go through this list and identify what top 3 coping skills you're going to practice or you could do. So some that I see are talking to an adult, talking to a friend. I personally love listening to music. I encourage you guys to journal. A lot of you tell me, like, I don't like writing. I get it. But sometimes to just get those feelings out, it's super important. I use the analogy a lot of shaking up a bottle of soda. You shake up a bottle of soda and you open it, psh, it explodes everywhere, right? But if you give that soda a chance to calm down, you put it down, let it calm itself down, then you open it, it's good. Our bodies are like that soda bottle. So we have all experienced a lot over the past year and a half. And so we're shaken up. So we're anxious, we're depressed, we're upset, we're angry. Like we have all these big emotions inside. So we're all shaken up. And if we don't allow ourselves to calm down, allow ourselves the space and the time to do so, we will explode. And exploding looks different for different people. So it could be fighting, it could be failing failing your classes because you can't focus, it could be lashing out at people we care about or wanting to hurt ourselves or others. Like there are so many ways that we can explode. So it's super important that you guys identify some things on this list that you can do in times of stress, because you guys are in high school. There's gonna be stressors. It's natural, it's gonna happen, but it's what you do with those stressful situations that really matter. And so I want you to use some of these healthy coping skills. So I hope that you guys have had a chance to kind of go through, look at these coping skills, make a mental note or put them in your phone or write them down or whatever the case is, so that you're prepared and you're ready whenever a stressful time comes up. So my favorite coping skill is meditation. So we are going to practice meditation right now. I'm going to turn my screen off, but I want you guys to engage, okay?
Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Today I am going to do the singing bowl meditation, which you can either lie down and be comfortable if you are not able to sit straight in a lotus position. All you have to do is relax your whole body, bring your mind to the present moment with the sound that I'll be playing and with your breath, and just relax. That's it. So I hope you will enjoy this session and have a lovely time.
Okay, scholars. So, for the sake of time, I am going to continue with the presentation. Let me get my PowerPoint back up. Okay. And so that is actually the end of our presentation. I know we only had a short amount of time for this video. I just hope that you guys now know how to get in contact with me and what my job is, what my goals are, and my just desire to help and support you guys. If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can email me as well. So kgaton@uplifteducation.org if you need anything. And then use that Calendly link. So save the Calendly link. Calendly dash K Gayton, and that's how you can schedule with me directly as well. But if you see me in the hallways, say hi. If you ever need anything, feel free to stop me. Sometimes I seem super busy because there's a lot going on, and so I may be like in a rush or something. But my goal is to help you guys and to support you guys, and I just want you guys to be mentally and emotionally well, and also just successful in school, and to just be happy and healthy and whatever else you guys need. And so don't hesitate to reach out. It was a pleasure doing this presentation for you guys. If you have any questions, get them to your teachers. Your teachers will forward the questions to me, and I'll make sure in some way or fashion, you have a sort of response. And then if you need anything else, just feel free to reach out. Bye, guys.